pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chris Boozer.
Here.
Dave Eggleton.
Here.
Ryan Blauer.
Here.
Dave Louder.
Here.
Chris Mogus.
Here.
Julia Pando.
Here.
Nathaniel Parker.
Here.
Marty Selker.
Here.
And Gary Sproul.
Here.
Item 4, consideration to adopt the agenda with amendments, any additions, corrections, or deletions from administration and board members. Anybody? Not hearing any? Okay, we'll proceed forward. Item 5, public comment. Is anyone joining us tonight who would like to offer public comment? If so, please raise your hand so I can get an idea how many want to talk. Going once. I got one taker. Anybody else? Okay, Mr. Boozer, the floor is yours.
Chris Boozer, Limestone Township. I just wanted to say what an honor it's been to serve on this board the past 4 years, and I wish the new board nothing but success in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Boozer and Mr. Huar both. You've given generously of your time, your talent, and your treasure in ways that the public doesn't know about, and very thankful, and I commend you, and you'll be missed. So thank you for your service. All right, moving on to number 6. I'm going to switch the order around, and we're going to do the top 5 award first. Sorry, musician group, I apologize. You'll have to wait just a little bit. Robert, I guess, are you going to give the explanation, or you want me to? Yeah. So what we do, I believe, as a board is we donate back our mileage reimbursements every year so that we can recognize the top 5 students in the high school grades. And so this is what we're doing based on last year's cumulative results, correct? So we're going to read them off in order. Rob's going to read the names, and we're going to hand out. I have the envelopes here, so when your name's called, you want to come up and get your envelope.
All right, we'll start with Caitlin Aaron. Maya Kareem. Kelly Miller. Landon Walker. And Bella Eggleton. Brooke Mills. Hannah Love. Danica Lander. Samantha Lewis. Tegan DeCiso. Corinne Heffel. Michaela Klinger. Avery Bunch. Isaac Keegley. Kegley, sorry, Kegley. My bad. right? Reagan Pavlov. Burl Pavlov. There she is. Megan Fensky. Cindy Weiland. Hannah Beggs. Erica Meals. Kaylee Milliron. Hope Counter. Brantley Parker. That's all right. That's right. Caitlin Wolf. And Charles Hatfold.
Thank you all for coming. If you want to stay, you're welcome to stay. If you'd like to leave, now would be a wonderful time to do so.
He's a grown boy.
Okay, presentation from Nutrition Group. Please come forward.
Good evening, everyone. Let's get here. All right, perfect. All right. Thank you for having me this evening to do a quick presentation. Just a little recap on last school year, the summer, and now the current school year. Just to get started, Nutrition Group is celebrating 50 years this year, and we're so glad we've had many years here at CL feeding your students. And just looking at last school year for breakfast, we've been serving around 36% of students for breakfast and then 65% for lunch. Already this school year, we're seeing that percentage go up with our lunch being in the 70s and lunch closer to the 40s. So, and it just keeps trending upwards, so we're excited to see where we hit this school year. Over the summertime, we do our yearly training with our hourly staff. These are trainings they have to do to work in the kitchen. Is USDA regulated. So we talk about civil rights, offer versus serve, food safety, and we also talk to them about our new program so they know what's going on for the upcoming school year. And then, speaking of those new programs, we have new programs such as Nutrition Expedition and Take Nutrition Global. These are just programs where the kids can visit a country and try a new meal or entree and learn a little fun facts about that country. So they can travel the world with their taste buds. And then Freaky Foods is a fun new program for our high school students. It's similar to our Wellness Wednesday program here at the elementary school. It's just when the kids have an opportunity to try new foods that they might be a little afraid of, like Brussels sprouts, snap peas, and we tried this weird prickly vegetable with them too the other week. So they can try something different. Freaky Foods we already tried on Halloween. Jen held this in the cafeteria. So what they do is they spin the fun little wheel, and what it lands on is what they get to try. So something new and different for our high school students. Nutrition Expedition we did at the elementary level. They traveled to Japan. They got to learn how to say a fun, I think, thank you in Japan, and then they got to try our new hot ramen bowl. So like the noodles and egg and chicken and stuff in that. Alright, so we have some new recipes this school year. You guys got to try some of it. We have our new tortellini. It's a cheese tortellini. You had it with our red sauce tonight. We also serve it with Alfredo and a rosa sauce. And then you tried the mandarin orange chicken. That's normally served with rice, and it's a fan favorite of the students. And then we had the cold ramen noodle crunch salad as well tonight. So that's some new foods for the kids. Some others you didn't try tonight. It's a new favorite. It's like a chicken legs, like a breaded chicken legs in KFC, and then we have a roasted one, so just some more home-style cooked meals for the kids. Farm to Fork, I'm extremely passionate about, and I got to try this out with the help of Jeff and his team this school year for homecoming. We revamped the program this year, so I have some pictures. We had a big cookout that our PA beef, he's local from New Bethlehem area. We made homemade smash burgers on the grill. We also had local corn on the cob, watermelon, the lettuce, tomatoes, onions, everything we served that day for the most part was all from Clarion County, which was really fun. I'm looking for different avenues for us to expand the Farm to Fork program. I'd love to talk maybe further about growing some stuff in the greenhouse, maybe serving on the line if that's something you would like to talk about in the future. I would love to coordinate with that. We also brought in potatoes from Zuckerls and Shippendale and did like a baked potato bar. Throughout the year, we'll also have syrup, probably from Marionville, and bring in local honey as well to feature in our hot honey sandwiches. What else do? We do like a buffalo hot pizza. So we had a lot of honey in our menus right now, so we're just going to try to bring some locally sourced honey in as well. Engagement and feedback is always important. That's how we customize the menus to the school district. So we have some new programs. We continue to do our YAC meetings. That's where we meet with the kids and just ask them what they like, what they dislike. But we have a new fun one called Food Fight. So the kids can maybe throwing their sloppy joes across the kitchen, but it's like a bracket system. And like, I think March Madness happens in basketball, so the kids will vote down, and we will find their favorite entree. So it's just a way for us to get the kids more engaged in lunch and for us to get more feedback. Something not as fun as everything else, but this year's our first year we have to comply with the federal Buy American provision. So we're doing everything we need to. We track everything that is non-domestic. They want us to know more than 10% of our foods purchased from outside of the states. So we are tracking everything. Our vendors have been extremely helpful with that. So doing everything we need to do. And that's it. I promise to keep it short and sweet tonight. Does anyone have any questions? We look forward to the rest of the school year. I know we have turkey dinners, and then around next month we're doing carving stations with our ham. So a lot of fun upcoming events for the kids.
Any questions?
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for coming in. Okay, item 7, committee reports. A, Riverview IU. Julia?
Good evening. This was the meeting that I did not attend, so I will just let you know what the minutes say. They had approved the first readings of 6 policies. They also accepted the resignation of a special ed teacher, and they approved appointments for 2 paraprofessional and a secretary. They also had a special Zoom call on November 10th, I think it was, related to the candidates for the assistant executive director. It was a decision at that time to go out and do a search for more possible candidates. That's it.
Thank you. Clearing Career Center. Gary?
Yes, we had a couple of things. We talked about the culinary program that we want. We decided we have 8 or 9 students that are in the second year. So we want to continue that next year of going out with co-ops. So we're going to try to find co-ops for those 8 or 9 students, and so they can complete their entire program. And but we are not taking any new students. Also, when we had our former director, she kind of wanted us to go in the direction of a teacher career aspiring, but the board overall last night decided this wasn't really what we're all about, and we're putting that on a moratorium right now until we get a new director. So right now, we're really not wanting to go that route. One of the things we talked about, that came from a director from Keystone, that says that Slippery Rock has a major in butchering. And there's a need for good meat cutters and butchering. We thought maybe using the room that we have, but maybe bringing in a program like that. So Dr. Pappas is actually going to check out with a few other places to see what they're doing. So that's something we did discuss. For the director, looking for a new director, we do have 12 applicants. With the new budget, though, it's completely flat funding. The Career Centers did not get any increase for next year. Last Friday, the Ethan LeGrand Memorial Bench was dedicated in memory of Ethan. The modular housing has started again, but this time instead of pre-sale, because the last couple of years we've been kind of losing money, it's going to go out for bids again. And did I miss anything, Chris? So it was a short meeting, and so that's about it.
Thank you for the other. Go ahead with legislative.
Yes, as you know, we've got a budget, which is great. And I'm just going to go quickly through the numbers because it's the only thing I really have. The basic education funding was increased to $105 million. Special ed funding is $40 million. Ready to Learn adequacy was an additional $493 million, a supplement which actually began last year. The Ready to Learn block grant is an additional $32 million. The school and safety and mental health is $100 million. Public school facility improvements for districts to improve their building was added $125 million, and $25 million set for schools that are going to be using solar. Pre-K counts was $9.5 million, early intervention $28.5, and education improvement tax credit was a $50 million increase. Also, with cyber and charter schools, that it was approved as part of the budget, that the way we will probably be funding, I don't have the complete numbers, that whatever we pay to educate a child in Clarion-Limestone is what we would pay the cyber and charter schools. They are not happy with this at all, but it's a big plus for us. There is a formula, there's a formula for special ed students, and there's a formula for regular ed. So it's going to bring money back into our district. Another thing that we were just discussing, that every child that is in a cyber and charter school, they have to verify that they are part of our school district. And they also have to do safety and health checks monthly now of the students that are in their program. So it was a nice win for us, and hoping to see more down the road. So, did you get that, Dave?
Yeah.
Get that in the paper.
Thank you. And by win for us, you mean common sense, right?
Yeah, common sense.
All right, item D, curriculum and instruction. Mr. Louder.
I have nothing.
Nothing to report. Item E, CLAA representative, Mrs. Shook. Come on down.
Well, I'm stepping carefully. So, good evening. Thanks for welcoming our report. Robin Zockrell sent some information. Her daughter Emma is having her own art show in Newcastle. And she was recently featured in Muzzle Loader magazine for her historical art. She will have her art on display in the Newcastle Public Library from December 2nd through January 22nd. And her paintings are generally of people and places with historical context. Paintings of iron furnaces of Pennsylvania have been featured illustrations in 3 books. So that's pretty awesome for her, and kudos to her, and good PR for CL. So Robin wanted me to share that with you. Title I held their annual parent meeting on Tuesday, October 28th, prior to open house. Some of the topics included a review of Title I policies, curriculum, and assessments. Several raffles were held, including educational games, gift certificates to the CL Book Fair, and a CL Lion blanket graciously donated by the PTO. Every parent in attendance received a reading reminder toolkit as a reminder of the importance of reading to their child at home. The academic decathlon team competed at Westminster College on November 2nd. They placed 3rd overall and took home 8 medals. Rayleigh Briggs received a bronze for interview. Lily Spratt received a bronze in art. Kaya DeFranco received a bronze in music. Nick Gross, a silver in art. Dylan Height received a silver in music. Lucas Clue received a bronze in music, and Viral Pavlok received a gold in music. A special shout out goes to Viral for her overall gold medal, beating the total scores of all honor students at the competition. It's pretty good. The team is excited to kick off the season and is looking forward to preparing for regionals in January. A group of senior high school students attended the Financial Literacy Summit at the IU6 on November 12th. This was hosted by OVR and was offered to students who receive learning support services. Students participated in various hands-on simulations to prepare them for future budgeting. Partnering with top-tier credit union, the students gained valuable insights into real-world budgeting and financial decision-making. Throughout the summit, they learned essential money management skills and were provided with practical tools and resources to apply both at home and in preparation for their future after graduation. CL students were praised for their engagement, positive attitudes, and enthusiasm during the summit. First grade were the recipients of an annual hat donation that's made every year by Nancy Verhovac, Connie Hale, and Linda McMasters. The women spend the year crocheting hats for the first graders. They bring them to the school, and the kids get to select their own hat. They engage with them. The ladies love it. The kids love it. And then we use it as a point of reflection for gratitude, and we write thank you notes that we send to the ladies. So that's a great program that continues over the years. That was all the staff shared with me to share with you, but I did get a message to let you know dress rehearsal for the middle school musical is already scheduled for the high school stage at the same time as your December 3rd meeting. So just sharing the news. So, thank you.
Building representative.
We were just made aware that the generator has been completed. It is in the testing phase to make sure it works and should be shipping within the next week or so. Power for the high school will be shut off on the 28th, rightly. They finish up all the connections it'll take to connect it to the transfer switch. And then when the generator comes in, there's no power interruption. It can just plug in and be ready to go. So good news to hear that that's finally, nearly completed.
I assume cafeteria, you guys are good? No more from you guys, right? Cafeteria? Good. Item 8, administrative reports, business manager.
Yeah, as Gary said, we're excited that we have a state budget. Things are starting to move with that. We're waiting to get basically a worksheet that will help us see how much money, like Gary referred to, that we would be getting back or we'd be saving. And we hope that that's substantial. Hopefully $200,000 or $300,000 that we would save over what we've previously had to pay. So I think that's exciting news on that regard.
And along with passing the budget, we've also been seeing funds starting to come in, which is very, very important. On the 18th, we got $154,244 in. On the 19th, $692,117. On the 20th, we got $841,702. And on the 25th, we're getting $1,056,049.33. So, didn't obviously need to get a tram, thankfully, in time.
With that being said, you, as a board, you approved us to hold off on making our PSERS payment in September. And that will go out, that $570,000 payment will go out on Friday as these funds that Angela just mentioned come in. The other item that we've been holding off on paying is cyber school bills. And we want to release those as soon as possible. However, the new funding formula that Gary spoke about, we're still waiting on that. We don't want to be paying on the old formula and then having to turn around and make adjustments. So hopefully that will be soon, and nobody will be screaming of why we're 5 months behind in payments, but we'll get those out. We expect PDE to get us a worksheet here in the next week so we can get that number calculated, start shooting those out and get you to the board how much savings there's actually going to be. And if that just went around, there was a sheet to kind of follow up then on what Gary said. he gave you the big numbers that all the 500 schools in Pennsylvania got as increases go down the road, down the line of basic ed, special ed, and ready to learn. This sheet shows you how we at CL fared out on the final allocations versus what we budgeted here in the spring. And you can see basic ed, we came in $9,500 better, special ed 10.3 worse, and the ready to learn 75 worse. So we did okay this way. This doesn't include the cyber tuition savings that we should get. So that'll hopefully be a very good note to give you guys in another 2 weeks, or hopefully it'll be in the December meeting.
Our policy audit's underway as well. We're looking at the 000s, which are local board procedures. We have a training with PSBA, and we hope to bring you more information about that in the next few weeks when we get done with that training.
So one of the things Brian has really tasked me with this year is looking at data, being more data driven. We're working on that, looking at a lot of student data right now. I was excited to share out our average PSSA scores. In math, we ranked first. We took the average ranking. In ELA, we ranked second last year, and that's in all the school districts in the IU, which is just fantastic. Then we just recently got our building scores. Very excited to see our high school was the #1 ranked building score of all the high schools in the IU. Our elementary, we were near the middle. And building scores, if you don't know, they take a lot of things into consideration. Test scores is one of them, that's about 30%. 40% of that score approximately is based on growth, how you're growing students each year. They look at things like attendance, graduation rate. They look at your students who are lower income students compared to students who aren't lower income, and that achievement gaps and such as well. So there's a lot of things that go into that voting score. So just super excited with our high school where it's at. Obviously elementary, our scores were very good. There's things that we're looking at and then we look at the data, what we can do to get from the middle back to the top where we want to be. But just as far as state scores go, we are performing better than most. So better than almost everybody. So it's just super exciting to see those scores come out. So kudos to our teachers and their staff and just the job they do. And but we're not resting on that. We look at the data every day and try to get better. So.
One negative thing was our graduation rate for the high school is lower than we want to see. So that's something that we will work on. We look at when a student comes into 9th grade, they have a cohort of 4 years to graduate. And so we're getting dinged on that 4-year cohort. I think we're probably doing okay in the 5-year. They give you an extra year.
Our 5 years is really, really good. Our 4-year is like 88, I think I want to say %. Our 5-year was like 90, high 90s.
Yeah, so even when we're doing very good overall, there's things that we look at to make sure that we can address that and, do the best we can. So, were you done, David?
Yeah.
All right, one last thing. Today we had a meeting with the superintendent group for IU6, and they had appointed me to be the superintendent from our area that will represent or go to the PA Association of School Administrators. And so I'm excited about that ability to go network and bring things back to our IU and share that out. And I feel like that's a great opportunity starting my 4th year here. To be able to have a chance to do that type of thing. So I just wanted to share that with you guys as well. I think that's everything.
Questions or anything? Good. Thank you. Moving on to Roman 9, approval of minutes. Item A, consideration to adopt the October 22nd, 2025 regular meeting minutes as presented. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion in 2 seconds. Thank you. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on the minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passed. Item 10, financial reports. A, review and approval of the October 2025 Treasurer's Report as presented. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, thank you. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on the October treasurer's report? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Any abstentions? Motion passed. Item B, review and approval of the October contingency fund report as presented. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
The motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on the October contingency fund report? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Any abstentions? Motion passed. Item C, review and approval of the October 2025 food service operating statement as presented. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion second. Thank you. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on the October food service operating statement? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Any abstentions? Motion passed. Item D, review and approval of the October 2025 General Fund, Capital Projects Fund, Cafeteria Fund, Activity Fund, and Scholarship Fund bill schedules as presented. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Thank you. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on the various reports listed? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Any abstentions? Motion passed. Moving on to Roman 11. A, consideration to approve the following substitute teachers for the 25-26 school year pending receipt of all required documentation. So read back. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion second. Thank you. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on item A?
We have a decent number of substitutes at CL, because I know a lot of school districts are really struggling with getting anybody in during a given day. If you have 2 or 3 adults out at any time, are we pretty solid comparatively?
I'd say comparatively, there's still lots of days at the high school that we're using teachers, preps to cover as well.
Right.
It seems that seems to have slowed down a little bit, but so it helps having our data. We have a couple day-to-day stuff that come in on set like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That has helped us a lot.
I know we're on a major shortage. So, I'm just curious. Thanks.
Anybody else? Item A, personnel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Any abstentions? Motion passed. Item B, consideration to approve the following supplemental contracts for the 25-26 school year, pending receipt of all required legal documentation. Softball varsity head coach and softball varsity assistant coach. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Thank you. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on item B? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Any abstentions? Motion passed. Item C, consideration to approve the following volunteers for the 25-26 school year pending receipt of all required legal documentation. The names are as presented in your agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. Motion second. Thank you. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on item C?
The first guy's a little shaky.
Shaky.
What was about the first guy?
A little shaky.
Shaky.
Second.
You strike him off? Anybody else? What about a real comment?
Very striking.
Anything? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Any abstentions?
Abstain.
Motion passed. Thank you. Roman 12, new business. A, consideration to approve the procurement of electricity from December 25 through June 28 at a rate of 7.74 cents per kilowatt from Interstate Gas Supply LLC. Okay, is that, that's right though? It's the electricity from interstate gas?
Yep, it's right.
Okay, sure.
Interstate Gas Supply LLC.
7 cents,
No, it's
7.74
just
cents
gas,
per
it's
kilowatt.
gas and electricity, but I was saying,
Yeah, that's-
I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
State gas, ITS.
Is there consideration to approve the procurement of electricity from a company that has gas in their title? As per- Do I have a motion to approve item A?
Second.
Motion and second, thank you. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on item A? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Any abstentions? Motion passed. Item B, consideration to approve the Clarion-Limestone Elementary Curriculum/Plan Course Outline as presented. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, thank you. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on item B? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Any abstentions? Motion passed. Item C, consideration to approve a $20 SAT prep course fee for students, which is the same as previous years. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
A motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, thank you. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members on item C?
We do have something set up if a student can't afford it. Is that correct?
I believe so. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr.
Is that
Rogers.
common that people charge for the student to take the prep course?
Common
Across
as in
the schools?
between us and other schools, you mean? or-
Yeah.
I've seen it before. I don't know that we have that many kids that are taking it, to tell you the truth.
Honestly, the SAT and the ACT.
It's going
kind of
away.
going by the wayside anymore, so it's very limited it's not like it used to be with the number of kids taking it.
At one time, you had to take the SATs to get into college, and now that is not the case. So the number of kids taking is very small. I mean, I don't know how many last year, but it was not.
Anybody else on C? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no.
No.
You got one no? Anybody else no? Everybody else say yes? Any abstentions? Motion passed. Item D, consideration to approve the first reading of the following policies, 113, 113.1, and 113.2. Do I have a motion to approve?
Come in.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Comments, questions, or discussion from board members? Mr. Wiley, do you want to-
Yeah, because we're going through the policy audit, what we want to do is follow the recommendations from PSBA. These are in here because we're going through the special ed audit. And so part of that special ed audit, we want to make sure that these policies are up to date, as recently as possible. So first reading now, hopefully final reading at the December 3rd board meeting. And then it's ready for the team when they come out to audit us in January. That's why you're seeing these on here, even though we're going through an audit.
Thank you. Anybody else? Comments, questions, discussion on the policies? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Any abstentions? Motion passed. Okay, that's it for the printed agenda. I don't have any old business. There was no executive session, so I have nothing to announce there. Before I ask for a motion to adjourn, two things. One, we do understand that there was just a slight miscommunication on the place of our December 3rd meeting. The December 3rd meeting will be right here in this room. That's the reorganizational meeting, Wednesday, December 3rd, 5:30 here, not the high school auditorium. Other than that, anybody else have anything they want to say at a public meeting without breaking something?
Yeah, I forgot one thing. I have a picture here. Mr. Hall from Keystone showed us that they have placed these in all their classroom doors. And it's a security lock that the teacher uses in case there's an emergency. And there's the administration, there's a couple keys in the building that goes underneath the door that will release the lock so that the door can be opened from the outside. And I thought it was real neat. He brought it in and actually showed us how it worked, and it was pretty good. It's not real expensive, but they have these, and said we're welcome any of us to come over to Keystone to look at to see how they use them. So I've tried to print them out for you, but I was out of ink. I have my printer at home, so if you're interested in seeing, I do have a picture of the key. It's a metal rod that goes underneath, and then it releases. And so the principals in district office has the keys to these. So I thought it was pretty cool, and they haven't had to use them yet, but they're there on the doors.
Would you like us, I can take the administrators over, we can go see them over there, and then
Yeah.
come back with an idea
Yeah,
whether.
just give them a call, he said.
Just looking at them, I wonder if our student run could design and
Manufacture.
make them.
Yeah, unless they're,
But it'd be good to see.
whatever, yeah, Pat.
But it'd be good to see how they work and how they're attached to it.
We both look, we can come back and recommend, before you go.
I think that's a good idea. Anybody have any problem with that? Board members, no offense, anybody have a problem? All right, why don't you go ahead and do that, everybody seems to be in favor. Thank you, Gary. Anybody else? Can we give Mr. Huar the chance to make a final motion?
I just want to say some thank you to everybody, and I know we don't always agree, and I don't always agree with all the decisions of everybody, but I do want to say to the administration that, I appreciate your integrity, and don't agree with everything all the time, but, I think that in my experience, you've got good integrity, and, that says a lot. And I wish you nothing but the best, and I wish the board nothing but the best in the future, and hope all goes well. So, thank you. Motion to adjourn.
Second. Anything else? You good? Motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no.